Are you tired of getting chocolates for Christmas? Or do you want to break your defeat streak? Mastering all the roles was never easy. Don't worry, this video was made just for you. Yes, you. Our chocolate boy. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we will teach you how to farm faster in all roles. In this video we will show you how to level up fast, how to rotate early games with Turtle, also how and when to take fights to maximize your gold cap. Firstly, we have Jungler, a role everybody wants to play, but not everyone can play. Farming as a Jungler. As a Jungler, your first priority is to level up fast as soon as possible so you can join team fights early. Here is how you can do it. If your hero is mana or energy dependent, such as Ling or Fanny, then you should start with the blue buff when playing solo, as you never know what may happen. And if you are new in jungling, I suggest you to leave the Litho if you see the enemy hyper, as the contest requires a perfect retribution and failing to do so will cost your time and sometimes life. After that, go to your red buff and kill the small buff simultaneously for faster clear. Now go and take the small camp near the lane and try to gank the turtle lane. When starting with red buff, kill it ASAP. While you will be killing it, the small camp near will appear at the 30-second mark. Kill it next and go to your blue buff. When you kill the blue buff, take the camp near the lane and voila, you are level 4 super fast. When you are playing with your friends, start with raid with your roamer helping you. By doing this, you can get the buff at least 3 to 4 seconds earlier. Now check and rush to your blue buff and secure it ASAP. This can be done within the 50 seconds mark. Now you open 3 possibilities. Take Litho and go for a small camp and secure farms. You can invade enemy camps and try to steal them, or ambush the enemy laner by rotating to the lane undetected.
Target locked.
Here is an additional tip. You can start with Rage if the enemy has Franco or Tigreal to avoid early game invasion. Now that you know how to level up to level 4 really fast in both scenes, let's move to rotating in the turtle fight. The first turtle will always spawn in the experience lane, so ping your team and take out the turtle. Make sure to have your retry before committing to turtle. I have seen many people make this basic mistake. Now comes the real test for jungler, that is when to take fights and when not to. Make sure you have all the buff killed on your side of the map. Balancing farming and team fights is an art which requires a lot of experience. As a jungler, your priority is getting that level 15 as soon as possible, not getting savages and maniacs. Yes, helping in a team fights is a must, but there is no point in going in, delaying your farm and wasting your precious time. And when you do take team fights, always try to mark the squishy heroes such as Mage or MM, as most junglers have burst damage, so taking out the squishy ones won't have any problem. And for utility junglers, you need to make sure that you sustain team fights and divert the attention of the team towards you rather than the squishy heroes. With these tips, you can finish the game as early as 7 minutes when you master this art. Time for every low ranker's favorite role, the marksman. Just kidding. Marksmen are the real late game carry hero in MLBP. Whenever a game goes around for more than 12 minutes, your victory will depend the most on your gold laners. To maximize gold income as a gold laner, focus on last hitting minions and aim for the high creep score. Taking creep will also help you gain gold faster. Try to harass your opponent and make them recoil so you can take advantage of turret plating to gain extra gold during the early game while also keeping an eye on the minimap. Since most junglers and mages finishes their rotation on the first and second minute, try to pay extra attention to the minimap to avoid the obvious gank. Now that you have managed to survive the early game by using the above mentioned methods and got your core items, try to rotate around the parts of the map where you have vision to be safe from those irritating ambushes. You can also start rotating once the first tower falls and try to switch lanes and increase your gold income even more. In the later stages of the game, you can go for the small camp. A fully built marksman within 9 to 10 minutes of the game will be very hard to deal with unless they throw intentionally. Now time for the midwife. I mean mages. Mages are generally the most damage dealing heroes in the game, and to give their fullest, they also need to farm fast. But there is a trick in maximizing the gold gains as mages. For this, you have to be hyperactive and rotate around the map as much as possible, as your main job is to support your team in finishing off enemies from a distance. Not diving in like a jungler or experienced laner. I have already made a very detailed video about the rotation on mid laners. Do check it out, link is in the top right corner. For our experienced laners, the fastest way of farming for our Giga Chads, I mean the experienced laner, are like this. Make sure to rotate around the map like a god using the rotation tips from this video. Last hit all of your minions as much as possible. And yes, pushing the towers, including the bonus gold in the first 5 minutes, and when you destroy the towers, not only does it give you gold itself, but lets you farm in other lanes. Set up ambushes in the area where the enemy is coming to clear your lanes. This makes them more vulnerable to ganks or forces them down towards their second tower, granting your increased map control and additional farming opportunities. And lastly, we have roam, a very important role that nobody wants to play. Joke aside, playing a roam is not as easy as it seems. Well, as a roamer, you can't level up quicker unless you decide not to roam. As generally roamers have roam items, they can't gain gold from clearing lanes or helping in killing buffs. So getting kills and assists are the only way for a roamer to get faster gold. Prioritize map awareness and move towards a lane that need assistance. A roamer should open up the map by checking the bushes. Be patient. Always look for opportunities and don't be afraid to start a fight. But do remember to check if your allies are there to follow you up, or else you will be diving to your death. Mark enemy marksman, but if it isn't nearby, any squishy hero should be your first target. Roamer should open up the map by checking bushes, giving visions to the team, and making calls to take turtle, load, or start a fight. A roamer is basically a leader in the game that has so many responsibilities, so show some love to this role. So will you still get chocolate in your history, or you will apply the tips I mentioned to be adored by all? Share your thoughts in the comment section. That will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.